Ahoy, me old Chinas! I'm doing a thing. So, ORCA navigation. I don't know if you've ever heard it or not, but I first came across it on John's boat, and he showed me it. I'm like, oh, this is a bit alright, this. So I thought, I'll give it the old cheeky email. Hey, fancy sending me one of these to have a look at? And they did, didn't they? Because ORCA are legends. Usually I just get ignored. So yeah, why do I like it? Well, it's a damn sight cheaper than a full Chartplotter setup and all that stuff. So, and to like retrofit it to older boats and stuff like that, it's just a no-brainer. So I'm going to unbox it and talk through stuff and see about my initial thoughts about it and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put me in a little box in the corner, and then I'll be watching it and talking and stuff like that, and we'll see if that works. So I'm not good at this stuff, am I? Let's go. Okay, so if all has gone well, I'm now in a little box in a corner. That's a nice thumbs up. So I'm just going to watch this video and talk through it. I'm doing mime stuff on the video. I don't know why I'm doing this. I've never done an unboxing thing before. I'm just having a bash at it. I noticed there's a lot of scum on my knife, so I really should sort that out. Yeah, so why ORCA navigation? And what is it? I'll briefly go through it while I'm faffing around opening a box on a screen for some unknown reason. It's a tablet, but it's a ruggedized waterproof tablet. And what I've discovered is that, oh my god, poppy things. Oh, best day ever. Yeah. I'll fast forward through that bit. Yeah, basically I've popped stuff for ages. Right. Why did I want it? So, it's a ruggedized tablet that has its own overlay, ORCA's own overlay over it, so it is sole purpose navigation. However, it can be, there's the other bit that I'll talk about. However, it can be used to like put other apps on and watch YouTube or watch stuff. So it is a functional Android tablet. It's just that rather than running Android with an ORCA app, it's running ORCA overlaid over the Android, which really just simplifies it, because you're not like going in apps and then it suddenly shuts down because it's updating and blah blah blah. I'll go more into the app in an upcoming video when I'm going to demonstrate everything. Right, this is the display. Open it. It's a display in a box. I need to give you something to look at instead of my stupid face, don't I? Yeah, so this is one element of it, is the tablet. The screen. I have never seen a tablet with such a bright screen in my life. I turned it up to full and I felt like a reverse Superman with lasery eyes. But yeah, so it's sunlight readable and stuff like that. Hang on, I'll just do some delay tactics for the big reveal here. Big reveal. Oh, you disappointment. Your parents were right, and all your teachers. Yeah, charge cable. Type-C charging. The good thing about having an overlay app rather than the Android one is because in this video I was playing with the volume up and down buttons that you would think were volume up and down buttons, and another function button on the side of it. However, they aren't volume up and down. They're zoom in and zoom out on the chart, and the thingy button like goes between 2D and 3D view and north up or something like that. It's just so well thought through. The good thing about it is, here it is. Oh, it weighs a ton. You would not want to use it for sort of sitting and holding and watching something. It is robust, to say the least. It weighs an absolute ton. But you want it to, don't you? Because it's absolutely ram-packed with batteries. I'll go into the battery life and stuff at some other time, because I want to actually test it for myself rather than give numbers. But man, it's chunky. There's the little buttons on the side, you see. The Type-C on the bottom there is all waterproof and everything. You can also get a charge cradle for it, which I haven't got. I should have asked if they'd very kindly send me one. So you can just sit it on, say, on my boat, it would be on the bulkhead. And you can just sit in there, it will charge off your 12 volt and everything and just navigate. Oh, you can see the camera screen in it. Ah, she blows, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between these days. Yeah, anyway. The charts are the vectored graphics style charts. I've been playing with those. It also does routing and stuff like that, and takes into account the weather. You can download offline charts with a subscription. So I used to use Savvy Navi on my iPad, but my iPad didn't have GPS. This has GPS and everything built into it, which is great. Doing a thinking and a talking. Yeah, I used Savvy Navi, and what I found on the way over here is that it just kept crapping the bed, which isn't great when you're using it as your sole navigation thing, which I was at the time because I didn't have the right charts. Sorry. There's people walking by. Yeah, we'll just skip this bit. Et voila! So these are the charts. That's where I am in Portland Marina. I've literally just turned this on. I've never even used it, never thingied it, just playing around with it basically and letting you see. So I'm assuming it operates, and it turns out it does the same as most others, where you can just click on something, navigate to it, and then I don't know what that button is because I can't see, and it will just plot you a route to it. Taking into account the weather, so obviously I'm in I think it was 20 to 30 knot easterlies here, so it'd be a lot of tacking upwind and a very grim trip to Lulworth Cove, but you know, I wasn't actually going there. One key thing, I'm just pressing buttons now, I always like to check. So Savvy Navi used to always try and route me through the south ship's entrance, which, if you know the area, you can't get through there. There's a cable across it, and there's a ship sunk across it. So, at least this took me out of these ships. I actually plot a route. I don't know if I recorded it, just basically to the other side of the island, to Chesil Beach, because the natural thing, if you could use the south ships, was to go out of south ships and go around the bill. I didn't quite understand how to clear the route and stuff. Like I say, I'm just playing. In fact, I'll just fast forward a little bit. Here we get into some of the fun stuff. So you can get your rudder angle, speed through the water, all your sort of wind stuff, and if you notice on the bottom left, you've got polar performance there. I sort of saw it and it didn't quite register during this bit of filming, but I've since played with the app and everything with it. And what I've actually managed to do is search for a Scampi 30. It found one in the app, and then I've imported the polar from that onto the app, so it will calculate your trip and everything based on the polar for your specific boat, and you can input your own as well if you can't find one. So you can see what the nominal performance of your boat is, and then see what percentage of that you're achieving. So you might be sailing at 60 or 70% of the polar, and then you know that you're leaving some performance on the table. Or you might always say, oh well, I only want to ever push the boat to 60 or 70%, and you just sit at 60 and 70% of the performance. Yeah, which is quite cool. What's happened to the stuff? Oh, there I am. Right, this is the other bit. This is a bit that I am very, very excited about. As you can tell by my tappy fingers. This is the ORCA Core. So this is basically a sail data computer thing. It's got a compass built in. It's got GPS built in. And it's got a NEMA 2000 connector built in, which is crucial. Because what I can do with this is connect all my instruments up to it. I assume they've got NEMA, I bloody hope they have. Connect all my instruments up to it, and then all of the data from it will be transposed onto the tablet doodad, which means that it's a complete thing, which is how it gets the polar performance and all that lot. It's also got gyroscopes in it, so it knows just how you're moving and how you're healing and stuff like that, I think. There's a NEMA connectors, and also it connects to the app via Bluetooth, so you get all the information that it has onto the app, and it can all be recorded and everything else. So you can get your speed through the water with a log, you can get your depth, you can get your anemometer, your wind angles, true wind, apparent wind, basically everything that these 6 or 7 grand systems Chartplotters do, you can get calculated on this, and it's phantasmagorical. So yeah, I'm hoping all the instruments are NEMA. If not, I'm a bit boned, but I think they will be. If not, I'll figure something out. But yeah, I cannot wait to get this set up. Also, if I leave a little internet box here, I can log into this remotely and see where the boat is and stuff like that. And you know, if I, for instance, you could rig up a water level tank sender, but in the bilge, and you could see the amount of water in the bilge over the internet. I don't know, I'm just playing. Editor, please bigify me. And right way roundify me. Thank you. So, first impressions, what do I think of it? Freaking awesome, innit? Yeah. So I've played with it more and more, and I just can't wait to get it set up with all the instruments plugged into it and stuff like that, and take it for a good run somewhere. I think I'm going to be going across the channel probably a few times. I've been invited to different places and do different things. So yeah, that'll be awesome. I really like that I've got my boat's specific polar on it now. So the polar basically is like a graph type thing of the boat's performance compared to the wind speed at various different angles. I'll put a picture of one up somewhere. Yeah, so you can sort of reference that and say, all right, well, at 20 knots, 80 degrees, I'm expected to do 5.4 knots or whatever of wind, of boat speed. And then you can look at it and you think, oh, well, I'm only doing 3.8 knots, I'm clearly crap at sailing or something like that, and do something about it. But it's also good for plotting courses and times and stuff like that, particularly when tides come into it, and arrival times, so tidal gates at the other end. And you can probably, I imagine there should be a setting in there where you can say, oh, I'm only going to perform at 70% of the polar, so therefore calculate on that basis and stuff like that. So yeah, fun and games, worldwide charts. I think you can download the offline charts. I think you need a premium subscription for that, which is 44 quid a year, which in the, I think it's 44 quid a year. Don't quote me on anything, I'm useless. So basically, it's cheap as chips when you compare it to the Whatsits, and you can use it as a standalone app. You can just download the app to your iPad or your phone and use it on there. So I could have it on its own app, I could have it on my iPad, I could have it on my phone, and it will all link into the ORCA Core thing when I set that up. It's a really good sort of system. Yeah, I like it. I'm going to do some more videos about it and do some proper testing it out and see what it does, stuff like that. More tips and tricks about it. Yeah. Yeah, we're not quite done, are we? So there's a link in the description and in the comments as well. I'll put it, like, pin a comment or something, and if you go to that, it shows up that you've clicked through this video, which will really help me out building relationships in the future and stuff like that. The only way I can do well is if it all does well and stuff like that. So that'd be really helpful to sort of drive interest, and it's a really good system, you know. I wouldn't have got on the begging thing and basically asked them if I didn't think it was really good. So I ain't lying about this. Yeah. So click through, have a look, see what you think. There'll be more videos about it coming up, and thanks and stuff. What are you doing, you fool?